Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review, and we're heading off to Turkey for this one. And the brewery is Turk Tuborg. So it's a Turkish. It's Tuborg, but brewed in Turkey. So it's basically Turkey. Obviously, have a cider that they brew their beer. And this one that we're looking at is their Frederick wheat IPA. You could say a white IPA. There we go. Beautiful bottle. It's in a 355ml bottle, and this is coming in at 5.4% ABV. Beautiful label. Love the label. Love the bottle because the bottle is kind of square but also goes out. As you can probably see, it's sort of squarish. There's the label. Very nice indeed as well. And my wife picked me this up whilst on a Hollybox with the kids and that. So I think it was about €2, 355ml bottle. Like I say, the bottle's a beautiful shape. So let's get it cracked open and see what we get. Now, I don't have tuborg or, glass, but because it's a wheat, sort of like a wheat IPA, a white IPA, very wheaty. Do you know what? I thought I'd pick something totally fucking different. And we've got this Kozel glass or Kozel glass. So it's a Czech beer, Kozel, whatever you want to call it. But the sort of style is very much wheat beer, and that is pretty much what this is going to be. Even though it says a wheat IPA, it's like a white IPA, very wheaty. So let's get it into the glass and see what we get. I hope it's going to be good. These bottles are fantastic. I've got a Marzen as well that she picked me up from them. So hopefully that's going to be decent. Let's put that down there. Beer in a glass. Well, to be fair, you're looking at that and it looks like a wheat beer. It's well carbonated, nucleated arse end on the bottom of this glass, as you can see with all the carbonation. Hazy amber looking beer. I'm guessing it's still going to have that sort of, I suppose, wheat beer IPA. It's going to have either a wheat beer look or an IPA look. I suppose you could call this either. I think all they do is use wheat instead of malted barley. Finger of slightly off-white head, but looks decent. Maybe I could have been more vigorous, but it don't matter. I think that looks pretty good. So let's dive in with the nostrils. I'm not going to try and read anything because apart from the fact that it's tiny, it's probably in Turkish as well. So if you want to pause that, zoom in, take pictures, whatever, you go for it. Knock your socks off, Google it, I don't care. Let's have a sniff. Frederick, Turk Tuborg, Frederick wheat IPA. Let's have a sniffers. 5.4%. Yeah, and it smells like a wit beer almost, which is what you should expect. I mean, a white IPA is a wit beer crossed with an American IPA. So you're supposed to get an American sort of hop feel in it. But the one that I done, the white IPA Meteor on the Perfect Draft Pro, very much wit beer. There was subtle hints of white IPA in there, but very subtle. And at the moment, this smells just like that, really, if I'm totally honest. So, not really picking up a lot. Wheaty. Yeah, is it hoppy? Yeah, it probably is. There's a subtle hoppy note in the background, as in sort of IPA. But it's very subtle. The wheat side of it is taking over. So, without further ado, let's dive in on that. You can see what it is. Why waste me breath? Cheers, everyone. Cheers to the wifey. Cheers. Okay. I certainly think there's more IPA in this one than there is to that Meteor one that I had on the Perfect Draft. But we'll move on to all that other stuff. I always do that little summary bit, don't I, to start off with. But let's go in, give you the body and all that shit. Body's nice, 5.4%. It's not massively over strong beer, but the body is decent. Carbonation is there. It certainly doesn't affect the mouthfeel. It's nice and smooth. It's nice and soft. There is a quick buzz of carbonation. And for me, you get more of that IPA feel in this beer. I don't want to keep referring back to the other white IPA or the PD, but for me, in a sense, played it safe and went more white IPA. Now, that was a French brewery that done that, and it's almost like I can sort of imagine the French enjoying the wheat beer side of things more than the IPA. So the fact that it was like a French brewery doing that one, I can kind of get the idea. I can see why they sort of went more sort of wheat beer, if you like, wit beer. But this one has more of that IPA feel to it, I think. And it certainly changes the flavour. Certainly gives it a different sort of take. But you know what? I prefer this one. I prefer this. Because for me, as I've just said, and I'm repeating myself, this gives you more of that IPA feel. And you do get the good balance between wheat beer and IPA. It's really nice, I think. You get that hop side to it. And that's what I'm looking for with the IPA side. You want to feel that hoppiness. And you do get them notes. And alongside with the wheat beer side of it, pardon me, it's really nice. For me, the IPA is the main bit you get, if you like. The IPA is fighting with the wheat beer side, but the IPA hop side is the bit that stands out. The wheat beer side is sort of like just the other side, the less dominant flavour. There is still that little bit of a herbaceous note in this. The sort of coriander thing that you would pick up from a wit beer, if you like. That's nice. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Now, for a hybrid style, I would go for this. I would go for this. The other one I said, yeah, if I want, you know, it was so wit beer like, I'd just go with a normal wit beer and get one that was cheaper. For me, this has got the balance between the two right. Again, if I wanted an IPA, I'd go for an IPA, but this sort of hits the mark in the middle. 5.4% is really well hidden. I mean, you know, again, it's not a massive beer, is it? But you don't really notice it. IPA notes, the wheatiness is in there, the herbaceousness. It's very drinkable. You get the hoppy bite. Goes down a treat. A really nice drinking experience, in all honesty. And yeah, I really like that. I think that's really good. So my missus on this occasion, certainly on this occasion, picking that up, I think she got a decent drop. I think I had a quick nosy just online quickly beforehand. I think on Untapped or something, it said it had something like 3.5, 3.75 for it. And yeah, I'd go along with that. I think that's decent. It's not really going to wow you, but it's certainly not a bad beer. And 3.75 is a good score. It's a good score. Yeah, enjoyable drop. There you go. So, do I like it? I think you've got my points on this. It's very nice. It's very decent. Is it worth the £2 or €2? Fucking hell, yeah. I'd pick up a few of them if I was in Turkey. So if you head out to Turkey, give them a go. Definitely give that a go. Like I say, if it's only about £2, that is well worth picking up. If you see it over here, give it a go. God knows what they'll charge you. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Thank you all for watching. Boom. 9 minutes 40. Enjoy your weekend. I'm going to go back to watching Sheffield United. Hopefully get a result. Get in there, have me chicken dinner, and boom, Bob's your uncle. See you on another one. Cheers.